The Lord is one. Dear friends, today we are starting the fifth book of the Bible, Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is Moses repeating the laws and instructions God gave in 40 years to the Israelites who have come out of Egypt. To us who have heard these laws many times, a repetition might be boring. But for the Israelites it was not boring, because the generation who was counted in the census and who started out from Mount Sinai after receiving God's commandments in Numbers chapter 10 have died in the wilderness in the 40 years, except for two people. Now the people who are at the border of their promised land in the plains of Moab are those who were lesser than 20 years during the first census, and those who were born in the 40 years of wandering. So repeating these laws and instructions were necessary. The first 11 chapters describes the events that took place until now. Moses reminded them how they came out of Egypt and how 38 years ago their fathers sent spies to Canaan and the problems they caused after that. They were the people who rebelled against God from the time they came out of Egypt. But because the Lord is merciful, He brought them so far without destroying them completely. Till now we have seen that the Lord remembers the covenant He made with their fathers and forgives their sin every time the Israelites anger Him, right? Till now the Israelites saw God as a promise keeper. But now Moses showed them another face of God. That was the love towards their fathers. It is in this book that God said that He loved their fathers and chose their offspring. When God revealed Himself on Mount Sinai, their fathers heard only a sound, they did not see any form. But fearing that if they hear that voice again they would die, they kept Moses between them. They understood there is no other God besides the Lord, and that God doesn't have a form. God repeatedly reminded them through Moses that they should follow His commandments so that it might go well with them. Moses also told them that they should neither add nor subtract from what God has said. So when the people hear all these statutes, they will say, "Surely this nation is a wise and understanding people." For what great nation is there that has a God so near to it as the Lord our God is to us whenever we call upon Him? Moses said, "The Lord, the God of Israel, is one, and you should love the Lord with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. You should teach these commandments diligently to your children, and you should talk of them when you sit, when you walk, when you lie down, and when you rise." Is there any time in our life when we do not do any of these? No, right? From this we can understand how important it is. God led them through the desert these 40 years to know what was in their heart and whether or not they would follow His commands. In these 40 years, their clothes did not tear, their sandals did not wear out, and their foot did not swell from walking. Moses asked the new generation to remember how the Lord walked before them and fought their battle. He also encouraged them, saying that God will continue to go before them and fight their battle. Moses also said, "These are the statutes and rules that you shall be careful to do in the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you to possess all the days that you live on the earth." We will see what those statutes were in the next story. God bless you.